Welcome back everyone to today's video. I have got something really exciting to show you all. I figured I just simply love art, whether it be paintings to photography. Interesting fact I will mention about photography, I went to Sydney and I remember having my first ever SLR Pentax camera, which I would take around the city in photographs, and then I also remember going into a museum and just taking photos all in there, and it was such a pleasant, exciting experience for me that I got to learn so much appreciation of taking a photograph or videography. So I figured I'm going to show you all 5 pages that I have created throughout the years, whether it'll be paintings that I did as a kid, like just for fun and stuff, or design concepts behind the stuff that I made when I was in Visualarts through school. So some of these are going to be mostly from primary to about high school. I think it's going to be a fun, entertaining experience to share with you all how far I've come as a YouTuber, a videographer, and also just a photographer as well on top of that. Before I get right into discussing and showing you these 5 pages, I have some exciting news to share with you all. I have officially made a merchandise store! Yay! I officially make a merchandise store. I have come up with a few design concepts and I'm hoping to make some more in the future. I will leave a link in the description below that you guys can go check all that out, and I'm so excited to see what for the future plans to use this design a little bit more. It's a great concept. It's also a fantastic website too. It's called Redbubble. I've actually was able to make some good designs through Photoshop that I was able to now put them onto my own accounts shop, and yeah, I'm excited to finally have my own design thing. I'm a beginner at it though, so I'm hoping I'm able, as I keep progressing by, to make many more cool designs for you all in the future. With that out of the way, let's get right into showing you all the 5 pages. The very first page, ta-da! This is something that I did as a kid. Right at the bottom here, this is where I put my fingers with some purple paint, and I've just gone like that. It's so cool, and I just love how I did this. In particular, I only focused in one area of the page. I was like, we'll just do a little bit here, and then bam, it's all mostly down the bottom of the pages here. Oh my goodness. It actually doesn't have a year of when I did this, but I like the concept. It's so cool what you could think as a kid, broadening out your horizons with your imagination, and you just go around and you just do, and here we are here. No, I think it's a very lovely concept idea that I went with, and you can just see how small my fingers were, and particularly in that area. I find that quite special. That was me finger painting. And as kids, we actually did quite a lot of that. I know through preschool and a bit of primary school, I used to actually do quite a bit of that when it came to art. So you can see where it began for me and why I still love the passion for art to this day. So yeah, very nice. Before I get right into the next lot, I just want to say that there will be stuff on the other side of these pages as well. But that's okay. It should just basically show history of what I did it through school and some of the stuff I've had to learn. So you will see stuff, but it'll be cool. You get to see what's behind it as well, on top of the one that I'm mostly going to show. Speaking of showing, here's the second one. This one I definitely did in high school. Now, I think it might have been maybe year 7. I can see here it's got a date here, so it's the 20th of the 3rd, 2008. Oh my goodness. Definitely year 7 I did this. Some of these textures and designs that you can see with these squares, it's actually, what I did was I would get a pencil, because we had to, in class, use a pencil and go over with a pencil of the designs and stuff, and I would use school seats, walls, anything that had a rough textured surface, I would use a pencil and just go over it. So that was pretty cool how in art class we were able to do stuff like that. As you can see, I just thought I put a bit of green, some purple. Purple must have been the color for doing it from the first page to this one. Very cool. No, I like it. It's great. And I love the concepts of the design patterns, which way show a little closer to you all. You can see the rough designs. Definitely something was one of my favorites in school, and that's why I had to show you all why I picked these designs. Also, I got a really good mark from my teacher there, right in the corner, and I just wanted to strive really, really well in art. Like, art was my subject in school. I just wanted to get a really good mark in it, and particularly later on in my school years, I was able to get a good high mark, so I'm very happy with my accomplishments there. This design I absolutely like. I can't really remember too much of what I scribbled, so I think that might have been a fence. This one I don't really remember. This one I have no clue. I think this is a brick. And God, the other services, unfortunately, I don't know what I scribbled on. But overall, it's a good, cool concept. I like it very much. Third design is something that I'm so proud of. Now, what I did for this is I got coffee, made some coffee, got a paintbrush, and I just went over it like that to make this really cool treasure island sort of, one of those map things that you would do in class, and just as general at home as a visual art thing. And then I really wanted to make a Celtic design because I have Celtic in my ancestry, and so that's why the A's like that. I remember, I think I came up with this. So basically my name is Angus, and it's strong and singular. And then I found this really cool textile design letters, and I just went around and just scribbled over it with a pencil, and I think I'm glad it all just came out really, really how I designed it. Now, interesting fact, in my full art book folder, it actually has a design in there on how the concept of how I actually made this. It's definitely cool. I like the concept. I like how I was able to bring this to life, and hope this inspires you guys who's watching the video to make your very own one of these as well. It's a very simple, easy process. I do think in regards with this bit, I found a little challenging, but once you work it out with the whole lining of the black, I think a marker pen or something is how I done this, you'll be able to make your own designs. And yeah, one of my favorite things that I actually did through school was this. And I think later years in school, I think I did this. I don't remember what year, but it was definitely a lot of fun. I've got a very exciting story to tell about the next one. So we got to so this is definitely later in my school years, this one. And I was in class, we got to pick a design to make out of clay. I wanted to come up with a concept that made sense because, for one, everybody in school would call me that Green Angus burger. It was like the joke for my name. I actually took that idea and wanted to make a burger. I think it was so cool, and as you can see, I started scribbling the design concepts to make everything else, like the sauce. I like the sauce in particularly is my favorite. And so I went with that design. I actually did make this design, but then this is where the sad part of the story comes in. So there was one day I think I was cleaning and the burger actually fell off a shelf and it broke. So I had to chuck it out, unfortunately. But I do have a photograph and I actually did use it in a few Vine videos. So I'll leave a screenshot somewhere on the video that you guys can actually see what it did look like. But overall, I really like the concept idea and the Green Angus burger. Oh, yes, I'd made tomatoes. I would absolutely enjoy seeing this the years that I did have it in my house somewhere. I would look at it and be so proud that I made a clay burger. It's a very easy concept design. Once you get the idea to make the bun and the sauce, I'm particularly... The sauce is like my favorite. And then I added the meat patties and the lettuce. And oh my God, the cheese. I remember the cheese was like about that thick in regards of like it was about that big. And then I had to make the cheese quite big in order to make it look like cheese. It would have been a bit out of whack. But this was definitely one of my favorites. Also, a little fact about the camera. I think I was going to make a clay camera, but it was between the two designs and I went with the burger in the end. So that's, I think, why the camera's there. And very happy with how the results came in. I wish I still had that burger to this day though. The very last lot of pages that I wanted to share is something that I did while in COVID times. I would actually design and draft and sketch design concepts, and because Animal Crossing was the biggest thing in 2020, I figured that I start designing concepts, some stuff that from the game. I actually went on, I think, Google Images, and then I would start overlapping the designs. This was the one that I did on my art book, and I really like the concept. Unfortunately, I never got to really sketch this over, which it would have been something cool to have done. And then KK Slider, he was a really cool one to design, so I was able to do that again, overlapping on my phone, I think. And then I would just sketch the outline, and then I just did some pencil thing to make a shadow effect. So no, I think I'm quite happy with that one. Next one is Tom Nook, and I actually did started designing with a pencil and just gone over and coloured around. I like how Tom Nook came out when I started sketching him. He's got such an oval face, features, and also the clothes. So I was able to sketch the design of the clothing as well. What does this say? Why not start a new life on a deserted island, is what the sign says. So I'm quite happy with that. No, I like the concept, and it was good. It was able to keep my mind off while we're in a pandemic. I wanted to make a cool design, so as a part of the gay community, I wanted to make a gay flag, and I did pretty well with it. I actually made a gay, I can't speak. I made a gay flag with make the pole, and it just turned out really, really good. You're probably wondering, who's this little guy here? So Gordo is actually a fruit from the TV show Miranda. She has these fruit friends, and there was a scene with Gordo in there, so I actually recreated Gordo. I'm so epic like that. The concept just went really, really well. Oh, and that's my character in the game. That's me. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to recreate my character as well. So there's my character. And that was a really cool design concept. I like the clothes on the game too. You got to customize your clothes and walk around, explore, custom design even your own island. Get to have these cool animals on there. And no, that design looks pretty epic, I must admit. I like it, a very fantastic sketch drawing, I will say myself. The very last one is Isabel, and I really wanted to do Isabel really, really bad, and so I was able to get 5 different motions of her face, and there she is laughing and walking, and different emotions of her walking and other types of design emotions. I was able to do a really cool concept with her, like make the little house on top of that, and then her waving hello and her laughing. So I'm really happy how those turned out as well. I figured it was quite nice to show you a bit of my Animal Crossing designs, because I felt like they were pretty cool to do at the time when it wasn't the greatest year with the pandemic, on top of just trying not to have the horrible disease. So this designing and sketching was something that I thoroughly enjoyed while in that time. But overall, I'm still quite proud of how those Animal Crossing designs came out. Those are the 5, well, maybe the last one was a little bit more than just 5 pages, but it was nice to show you a concept idea of Animal Crossing. But overall, I really hope you enjoyed some of the design concepts in what I did at school to also the last few recent years. If this video gets a good amount of likes, I will definitely make a part 2 and show you some more designs that I did through school. Let me know in the comments below some of the stuff that you've sketched while COVID, or some of your favorite artworks that you've kept through school, whether it's finger painting like I did, or coming up with a clay design. Please let me know your ideas and designs that you've done in the comments. Until next time, life's an unexpected journey, and I will see you on another one of my videos. Take care, everyone. Bye. Thanks for watching the Granda 94 video. You can check out my daily posts on the socials via TikTok and Instagram, as well as subscribing to this channel to generously donate to my future projects. I have a Patreon if you'd like to donate to. All proceeds are forever grateful and will massively contribute to equipment and future content that will get me through doing what I enjoy the most. Life's an unexpected journey, so why not check out my other videos on the channel. Take care!